Hello YouTube. This is a video, I don't really know how to explain it, but you know, it's about my past and kind of like how I want to change moving forward. So I'm gonna start with, when I look back at myself, I remember being around 160 pounds back then, or maybe a little lower. I actually felt good about how I looked. I felt like I recognized myself, like I had confidence in who I was. But that version of me didn't disappear overnight. Um, and I say that because I went pretty down. Something got to me, and you guys are about to learn what in a second. So during seventh grade, I was already not mentally okay, and over the summer leading into eighth grade, things got even worse. Um, that's when I lost a friend, and that loss hit me in a way I didn't really know how to process at the time. I didn't just, you know, it, you know, it just, it didn't just make me sad. It changed how I functioned. It felt like something inside me shut off. After that, I started slipping into a different version of myself. I slept a lot. I isolated myself. I ate a lot of junk food. I stopped taking care of myself the way I used to. It wasn't that I didn't care. It was that I didn't know how to deal with what I was feeling. So I kind of shut down and existed instead of living. Um, I forgot to mention this, and this is kind of like a cut inside the video. Um, I want to say that I'll put up any pictures that I found of how I used to look and possibly put like a video of, no, not a video, a picture of how I look now, just so you can see like the dramatic difference. Um, I probably won't put up a video. No, I mean, bro, why do I keep saying video? I probably won't put up a picture of how I look now, but if I do find any pictures about, you know, of how I looked back then, I'll, put them up on the screen for you guys to see. And during that time, there was this girl. I won't say her name, but she wasn't just someone who checked in sometimes. She was someone who consistently noticed me when I wasn't okay. She would ask if I was all right, even when I didn't say anything. And over time, she became the one steady thing in my life that felt like it was falling apart. She was there. Um, and I don't say this lightly. When everything else felt unstable, my mindset, my routines, the people around me, she was someone I could trust. Not in surface level way, but in a way where I knew she wasn't looking at me to use me or take anything from me. She was consistent in a way I rarely experience from others. Um, and just to be clear, so there's no misunderstanding online, we are not in a relationship. She's someone very important to me in my life, but there is no dating situation between us. I haven't been in a relationship for a few years now, and I just want to make that clear so people don't assume things that aren't true. Um, I've had people I trust and trusted before, and some of them broke that trust or drifted away in ways that made it hard for me to open up again. Because of that, I started struggling with trusting people in general, even when they cared about me. Well, she stayed consistent. Like I said, um, over time, that kind of built something real between us. Like, she became someone I don't just see as a friend. She feels like family to me, someone I genuinely care about in a deep, real way, dude. And she's someone I love as a person, but in a way where I deeply value who she is and what she represents in my life. And I carry something I've never really said properly until now, and that's this. I can't look her in the eyes and tell her I love her without first loving myself. Because for me, that's real. I don't want my feelings to come from a place where I'm still completely lost in myself. I want to be in a place where I can actually mean it fully without self doubt sitting behind it. At the same time, I had real friends too. People who meant a lot to me in ways I didn't always properly show. One of them died during the summer leading into eighth grade, like I said, and another passed away in January of this year, of this freshman year, which is also around the time I ended up dropping out. For those of you guys that don't know, uh, those losses didn't exist in isolation. They built on top of everything else I was already carrying and made everything feel even more unstable. Both of those friends didn't just, feel like friends, they felt like family. They were like older brothers in a way. You know, people I genuinely felt safe around. Losing them didn't just feel like losing people, it felt like losing pieces of who I was, pieces of my world. And all of that together is what shaped the next few years of my life. I went through periods where I felt completely lost. I even reached points where I tried to end my life. You know, eventually I was sent to a mental hospital more than once, but instead of it helping people, no, instead of it helping me, yeah, instead of it helping me the way people expected, it actually made me more guarded, more afraid to open up, more unsure about who I was and who I could trust and how to even talk about what I was feeling. After that, things started slipping in every direction. My attendance got worse. My motivation disappeared. My structure fell apart again and again. Eventually, I had to leave school because I just couldn't keep up with everything happening inside my head. Like I said before, and that's the whole reason why I dropped out. Because after um, I won't say their name, but my second friend's death, I just couldn't take it. And even after all that, the girl I spoke about, she still will remain anonymous. Um, she stayed in my life. I still see her sometimes, maybe once a week or so. And every time I do, I'm grateful in a way I don't always say out loud. I care about her deeply. And now we're just here in the present. And let me just cut to the point. I'm 16. The name is Christopher Carrillo. And the reason why I mentioned my weight in the beginning about weighing 160 pounds, well, that's not my weight now, but that's my weight back then in seventh grade. And I know that's a large, well, not really a large, but it's a gap in between how, between maybe a few years. I lost myself. I really did. I weigh 200 to maybe 220 pounds, and I don't really feel like myself anymore. Not just physically, but also mentally. Um, I feel like I lost a version of me I used to recognize. So this isn't just a video telling you about um, a little bit about my story and how I kind of like drifted apart from being myself, but this is also an introduction to the next video I'm going to be uploading. And the next video is going to be a workout one. Well, you won't see me directly work out, but it's going to be an update on how I'm doing. Um the video you will see maybe in is 1 to 3 months from now. But I'm going to be documenting me trying to rebuild myself, not just trying to lose weight, but trying to become someone I can actually recognize again. I'm not trying to be perfect. I never really was, but I'm just trying to start from where I am and see what I can become from here. And if you guys are willing to, you know, encourage me or just want to let me know a bit about yourselves too, go ahead in the comments. I'm always listening. I'm not a big YouTuber, um, nor streamer. So I'll be here listening to you guys just the exact same way you guys are listening to me. And to those of you guys that have been appearing on stream, a whole bunch, thank you. Thank you so much. You've actually, you've helped me a lot. Um, you know, encouraging me to keep going. Um, but yeah, I think this is the end. If you guys want to keep supporting me, or at least show support, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It would help out a ton, and it would make it gain traction. I'm always gonna be honest with you guys. Um, yeah, this is the start of my journey trying to become my old self again, someone that I've lost. This video will probably drop on the, let's see, maybe, no, this is definitely going to drop on, yeah, just, I just stop. I just stop. This is definitely going to drop on June 1st. So, yeah, just so you guys, wait, no, wait, what the, wait, this video is going to be up on June 1st. So, like, if you're watching this on June 1st, thank you. You're early. You're one of the early crew, you know? And to everybody else, thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah. Bye.